morning and welcome to our viewers here on MAQ TV. We're privileged this morning to be joined by our English counterparts. We have three cricketers out of England joining us. Two are on as we speak and one will be joining us pretty soon. We have two cricketers from the MAQ Cricket Club. We have Zisan and also joining us is one of our dear close friends, a great friend of the US Open and of Cricket Council USA, of course, a wonderful friend of mine as well, and that's the great man called Chowdhury. So good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
I'm good. Well, it's a very good morning to you too. We're all right. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. I am in the Caribbean. It's very hot. I heard you said that weather is teasing you at the moment.
Oh yes, it's really good outside today, and the weather has been really good for last week, I think, and it's getting better.
Well, Bapu, what's the situation like with you? Both of you are in London, are you?
I've been on. Good morning. Yeah, we both are in London, and I'm doing really good. And the weather is fantastic. To be honest, it's a cricketing weather, and we're staying home. That's the bad thing.
Zisan, how difficult has this self-imposed quarantine been for you?
Oh, well, I mean, being a very active person, being a professional player, it's been really hard to be home because it's the high time for the season to start, and it's the peak time for us to get really active. So it's been very difficult for us, to be honest, and it's a bit frustrating as well.
Tell us, both of you play for the same cricket club, that's the MAQ Cricket Club.
Yeah.
Tell me, Bapu, tell me a bit about the history of this club and which league you all play in across there in England.
Okay. The club name is MAQ Cricket Club. We are playing Premier Division in a National Cricket League. And the club was established in 2014, which is a new club, and the great bunch of guys are playing in the same team. So we have a lot of professional players in our team, and when we play together, we learn a lot of things. I mean, the club management is also very amazing. So it's very good to be part of the club.
Wonderful. I see the great man Wilson has joined us.
Yeah, my apologies. There was some problems with my computer. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sure that one excuse that you can't use today is that you were caught in traffic.
Yeah, no, I can't today.
How are you? How's the quarantine treating you at the moment? You actually play cricket for, is it Walton on Thames?
Yeah, that's it. Yes, it's difficult at the moment. Not getting out and playing, but I'm doing my own preparation and getting fit for the season really. So it's not too bad.
Tell us a bit about your club. I know that the English season is yet to get off. Everything is on hold at the moment. The ECB is actually having a meeting this Tuesday to determine when they can actually look at starting the season. I know the West Indies tour, of which I was due to arrive in England to cover as a journalist, that has been put back. One hopes that the latter part of the season, which is always better for cricket, that the West Indies team can still come. What's the situation with your club?
We're just going on a sort of basis where we'll get told by the club sort of every week or so about what their update is and what they've got from the Surrey Championship Board, which I'm guessing they'll get it from the ECB. So they're just going, and then they find out, they let us know with regards to what's going to happen to us when the season starts. So hopefully it will start.
Your club,
yeah.
At what level?
Sorry.
What grade?
I can't hear you.
In the Surrey Championship.
In the Surrey Championship?
Yes, your club. You play in the Surrey Championship?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm a club cricketer from Surrey. So we've that's sort of the level, and I've sort of I played in Nepal in an international tournament, captained by Mohammed. So he knows me. But yeah, no. So we're just going on sort of a week by week basis and seeing how we go.
Wonderful indeed. Well, Zisan, it must be frustrating. What's the word from your club management to the players to keep
Um, or-
ready?
well, all we're trying to do is trying to keep us fit, to be honest, to get be ready for the season. Nothing much we can do. It's just keeping us fit and get ready, and that's the instruction. And the best thing what we are doing to get involved is like with some of our players from the club and officials are actually trying to get involved in some community works, like to help people at the same time. So that's actually keeping us involved within the club, because when there's no cricket, the players they get separated, and most of the times, so that's one of the key part which is actually um, helping us keep going, and obviously getting some advice from the coaches. We've got a couple of coaches, so getting some advice how to keep fit, doing some online stuff, like online classes, so let's say getting some tips and stuff. So yeah, not bad, and obviously working on the fitness a lot. That's what the instruction is from the club so far.
I know the former West Indies assistant coach Toby Radford had something called the online batting booth, and he's helping cricketers as well. Tell me, Babu, what has it been like for you? What's a typical day in your life now, under the present circumstances?
Typically, waking up, spending a lot of time with my family, especially my daughter. She's only 9 months now. So that's the best part, because I don't get to spend a lot of time with my daughter when I'm working and playing cricket, obviously. So that's the most of the time that's the best time I pass most of the days. And obviously in the evening times, I do try to hit my personal gym. So I've got a few equipments in my back shade, and go for running in the evening, and obviously trying to cook healthy stuff.
You were going good until you said that you were trying to cook.
Yeah, well, I'm actually learning to cook some healthy foods, to be honest.
That's very good.
Very important.
That'll be one of the legacy of this lockdown, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to learn some healthy food, make some healthy foods, So useful stuff, not bad.
Well, Wilson, bring us up to scratch as to the situation. We're in Trinidad and Tobago in the West Indies here, and in Trinidad and Tobago, we just have 114 cases with 8 deaths. We haven't had a case in the last 4 days, and that is a pretty good news. I know, of course, we're a small population of 1.2 million, but our studios, of course, is based in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, to be exact. Tell us, what is the current situation with this virus in the UK?
Just so currently it's fluctuating, so it's going up and it's going down day by day. Really, it seems as if you get a massive influx of cases and a lot overnight, and then it drops down for a week or so, and then there's a few days where it picks back up. So it's obviously not nice knowing that you've got your friends or loved ones that know people that are struggling. But the best thing to do is to stay indoors, to stay away from other people, to do your own thing, to stay with people that you live with. Even if you do go for a walk, make sure you don't meet anyone else, or if you do, then you have to stay 2 meters apart. So they're taking it quite seriously, which is comforting. But I just sort of want it over and done with, because it's interrupting the cricket at the moment.
Yes, definitely so. And but this question is for the three of you guys. could you tell me if within your cricketing fraternity, you know of any players who would have been unlucky enough to have caught this virus?
To be honest, like I haven't seen any players been like involved with corona, but most of the people like here in UK, elderly people are being affected by corona, and you probably know like almost 16,000 people died due to coronavirus in the UK, and a majority of them are elderly people. So yeah, but the situation is not in control, of course. So, but we are trying our best to stay active at home and not going out, unless it's an emergency. So yeah, that's the situation here.
Zisan, tell me, could you forecast? I know it's very difficult to ask anyone to predict anything at this point in time in terms of this virus. At best, when do you think you might be able to get some cricket there in the UK?
Well, with the situation how it is at the moment, I'm really hoping uh, if there is any partial opening, like partial lockdown free opening, might start at the end of June. I'm really hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, so we get to play at least the half of the season, if not the whole. So that's what I'm hoping. But it's really, really, as you said, it's really difficult to predict, and so I hope, let's keep the fingers crossed and see if it starts in June.
Well, Tony, your club, I'm sure that there has been discussions as to what could be salvaged out of this cricket season. What's the best you're hoping for?
Pardon? Sorry, you broke up. Sorry, I didn't get
I was saying, this question was for Wilson. Wilson, I'm sure that your club, there has been talk about, what's the best you can salvage this season in terms of cricket. When you're hoping to get some cricket in?
We sort of, our coach has been sending out drills for us to do at the moment, just to keep us busy in the meantime. But I'm hoping sort of end of May, start of June, hopefully. If we can sort of, if there is a break in the sort of lockdown, that we could effectively play cricket, because on the cricket pitch you're far enough away from others. But yeah, so I'm hoping sort of June. But obviously it depends. It's not just our club's decision. It's the rest of the clubs and the actual the league. They make the decision. Obviously all of us boys, we're indoors, do a quiz every so often to keep in touch. But it's really difficult when you're expected to this time of year going into the cricket season. So I'm just fingers crossed for whenever we get started. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Well, that's wonderful news. At least you're looking forward to something. You're keeping positive, and in this situation, you must keep positive. It's a situation we're faced with, and we must try to keep as positive as we can. Looking forward to cricket, and this is why at Cricket Council USA, which is an affiliate of MAQ TV, we normally stage the US Open T20 Championships, and my good friend Bapu would have played at this. And plans are afoot for that as well. That takes place in December, and that's 7 months away from now. So more than likely, fingers crossed, that tournament will come off. Tell me, Chowdhury, you played at that tournament last year. Your thoughts on the US Open?
To be honest, I played so many international tournaments. But among all of them, I would reckon like US Open is one of the best tournament I ever played, and that the man behind the scene, and the MAQ Qureshi, the president of Cricket Council USA, he has been working really hard for the American cricketer and also for the player like us to promote. And the tournament is amazing. A lot of international players are playing. Every year they played, and I was happy to be part of my team Faisalabad Falcons last year, and we done quite good as well. And the tournament itself is amazing because you know, a lot of international players, they participated, and it's a good feeling to play with the international players, even if they're in opposition side. Still, we can learn a lot of cricketing skill from them. So it's an amazing experience to play and be part of US Open.
And of course, you would have also played at the MAQ Cricket 59 in St. Martin.
Yeah, that was one of the best tournament as well. It's a good experience. I never been to Caribbean, and that was my first experience. Went to Caribbean and playing cricket there, and the Caribbean cricket is very fast as well. So I enjoyed really there. And you probably know I supposed to play U.S. National Championship in April, which supposed to start, but it's been postponed. So
Yes,
I
that
am.
has been that has been postponed for now, and it's possible though it could play in October or November. CCUSA, we had a board meeting on the weekend, and it has been decided that it's critical at MAQ USA T10. It's very critical because team owners normally looks at the MAQ T10 to see the potential of players when they're actually putting their teams together for the US Open, which carries, as you know, $100,000 first prize, well, in prizes.
Sorry, I didn't get what was the question?
No, I'm saying that the US nationals will more than likely come off in October or November because it's critical in getting that tournament off so that the team owners at the US Open, they get a view of the players when they're choosing players to complement their team. Wilson, have you ever heard of the US Open T20?
I've heard of it briefly when I went to Nepal with Bappy. We had a conversation about it, and it sounds interesting. I've looked at who's played in it, and there's been some big county stars playing it from England, which is obviously massive, and it's nice to know that they've gone out there and they're doing it. And I'd love to go and see how I'd get on in that level. But yeah, I have heard a little bit about it, but not masses. But I'd love to learn more.
Yes, obviously there will be an online draft as far as I know for this year. So you know you can always log on to Cricket Council USA website. Chowdhury can give you all the information as to getting registered for that. And Zisan, have you ever been to US Open T20?
I haven't been, but I've heard of it, and I had a few friends who played. I don't know if you remember Sean Finlay.
He's a Jamaican. He's a brother-in-law of Chris Gayle.
Yes, indeed. So we played together, and we are really good mates. He's playing US Open, and so we had a bit of discussion about US Open, and he was like, "You should come and play this league," and it has got a lot of potential. This league, lots of players are coming in, and the cricket in USA is spreading because there's plenty of cricket lovers, and obviously the weather. It's actually really good in some of the continents in the US.
It's wonderful actually in Fort Lauderdale. The weather is excellent. It's Caribbean type weather you get at Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Exactly. You mentioned some of the big players who would have passed through this tournament, and you had players like Tyrone Pollard, Evan Lewis, Sunil Ryan, Nicholas Puran, to name a few. Lendell Simmons as well, and Wayne Parnell out of South Africa. Srivastava played in the 2010.
Yeah.
Also had guest appearances. The first time cricket was played under the umbrella of Cricket Council USA, you had players like Mohammad Azharuddin, Richie Richardson, came in, Javed Miandar. So there's a long history. This year will be the 12th edition of the US Open. I want to urge you and Wilson to seek further information from Chowdhury and get yourselves registered online.
No, definitely. I am actually looking forward to it because obviously after the cricket season finishes in England, US starts. So that US is one of the I think that's going to be a very good opportunity for us, like the English cricketers, to go and have a bit of different experience. You see, so I'm actually looking forward to this season.
In fact, you can bring your entire team, and you can invite Wilson to come across from the towns, and you can bring your entire team, because what we had last year and what we've had for the last couple of years, you had the Afghanistan national team coming in its entirety and playing.
Oh wow! Okay, that's interesting. Well, you can definitely look into that, isn't it, Buppy?
Yeah, I already spoke to Mac Qureshi about the team bringing from the UK. So I'm just talking to a few other people. So once I get like a proper sponsorship and stuff, I'm just planning to bringing a team from UK to USA for the US Open. So let's hope for the best. And also, I definitely need your support, guys, and Vinod also. So if I get your help, definitely I'm just trying to bring a team to the US Open.
That'll be wonderful, because we've had, as Wilson was saying earlier on, there has been some county players coming into the system, but not an entire team. And it's always brilliant to have the English involved, of course, the home of cricket, and if you can have a team coming down. Wilson, last year I was there in England covering the World Cup, wherever the West Indies played, and on the days off, I had an opportunity to drive around and look at some of the Surrey Cricket Championship matches, and the standard was pretty high. Your thoughts?
It is a good standard, and it helps that when county players aren't playing in the county championship for Surrey or whoever their county is, they normally go back to their club and play at their highest level. So it's really good. Obviously, that makes that level higher. But I think it's been the Surrey Championship and the Bradford Cricket League have been classed as the two best leagues in England. Just from, I don't know whether it is funding or teams get players, they get attract players from other teams. But I know Surrey Championship is such a massive scope that people really enjoy playing in it. I know I do. I've played in it for 8 years now, so and worked my way up to the level I'm at now. So it is good, and I know a lot of the umpires are good umpires. I know the players are good players, which all helps. So yeah, it is a good standard.
Zisan, when you look at the setup in England, as I said before, I've been around to a couple of the matches in the Surrey League. You all play in the Surrey League or the Middlesex League?
No, I play for Kent this year. So I had been playing Essex, Middlesex, Essex, Hertfordshire, and I just got a contract in Kent this year.
Oh, wonderful! Kent, the home of Carl Hooper.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Is there that massive tree still in the ground?
Indeed, yes. There is a massive tree there. There is a massive tree. So there is a bit of history about it, yeah. So I've played 3 different county top leagues in England, and the structure, I would say, they've got a pretty good structure to bring players out, especially pushing the youngsters a lot. So I've seen young players growing from under 11 all the way up to the counties, and it's amazing how they cherish young players. You know, the county boards they give them the opportunities and stuff. So yeah, pretty good level cricket.
My favorite club in England is Hampshire Cricket Club, and for obvious reasons, you had Malcolm Marshall from the West Indies who served that club so well. Also, Gordon Greenwich back in the day. My other favorite is Somerset Cricket Club because of the great Sir Vivian Richards and Joel the Big Bird Garner. So last year, when I was up there, my son actually played for the Trinidad and Tobago schoolboys cricket team. They were on tour in England, and they were across at Somerset playing a tournament against all the county teams, their academies, and they played the tournament at King's College.
King's College.
Yes. The standard of the English there, it was very, very high indeed. Did you come through that academy? any of those academies?
No, I have actually. My background is I've played my cricket in Bangladesh.
Mm-hmm.
I played all the way from under 13 to under 19. So I played for Bangladesh national team as well, and first class cricket in Bangladesh. So I've just started playing 9 years ago in England. So it's been my ninth year I'm playing in England.
Bangladesh is a wonderful place. I've been to Dhaka,
Yeah.
covering the T20 World Cup, and one thing I always take away from Bangladesh is the quality of the clothing. It's absolutely brilliant. And
Yeah.
the other thing I take away is the traffic.
Oh yeah, it's horrendous.
Wilson, tell me a bit about your involvement with coming through the ranks, playing cricket in England, where you started. Did you go into one of those academies? What's the situation with you in terms of your group?
So I started just at my local club. Just thought I'd have a go. My older brother moved there, so I thought I'd give it a go in my age group. And started really well and started really enjoying it. So then I went on to a few more years, and then I went into the Surrey County setup at 14 and played there till under 17s. And sort of it taught me a lot, and sort of what sort of level you have to be at fitness wise as well as ability wise. But yeah, no. So I learned a lot. I played through that system, and I learnt my trade at club level, but that added on the side massively helped me. I was playing lots of cricket and learning about my action, about my fielding, about my batting, everything to do with me. You learn. I learned more the more I actually played competitive games. Some people learn more in nets, but I learned more the more I was playing. So I really enjoyed that level, and I did get up to Surrey under 17s. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for me, but I'm still enjoying my cricket, which is important. So yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's impressive indeed. It's very difficult to get into the county system, and when I was across there, they told me that to get into the county system, you have to start at a very tender age, and then you move through the ranks, which is what you've been explaining to me.
Yeah, I was lucky, however, because a lot of the boys that I played with were there from under 9s, whereas I went in at sort of under 14s. But yeah, as you said, a lot of them do come through the ranks from very young age.
Yes, sir. Well, Papi, I know that you're enjoying your stint in England. You're a world traveller when it comes to cricket. Remember the very first ball that you faced in St. Martin, you played a straight drive for 6.
You remember that? Oh yeah. Basically, I started playing with the school cricket. Then I remember in 2006, first time I played second division cricket, and then from next year I started playing first division cricket until 2009. And there was a gap for a couple of years. Then I moved to England, and then I started playing club cricket here. And now, until last year, I played Premier Division, and this year I got a call for county, but unfortunately, due to coronavirus, it's been postponed now. So I was very keen to join with the county team, and I'm just hoping that there will be some sort of game this year, and I can perform and I can get into the team. And also, few tournaments I supposed to play very soon. One of them US National Championship. And also, in May, first week of May, there's supposed to be European Cricket League, which I supposed to play for France team. And I was very excited to join and play in the European Cricket League, but it's been postponed as well. So still, like as a cricketer, I'm eagerly waiting to play some sort of game this year, because it's time's moving, and I don't want to miss 1 year, and 1 year means a lot of things, and so yeah, I'm just waiting to play some sort of game this year, even if it's in June or July. And probably I'm just planning, if the lockdown been cancelled in USA, I probably move to USA for a few months and playing cricket there, then we'll be moving back to England. So yeah.
That'll be brilliant. So you have it well thought of. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to, having you on MAQ TV. Before we wrap though, Zisan, what message you have for fellow cricketers to survive this this unfortunate period?
Well, I'll try. I'll try to keep it simple. Stay motivated, stay fit, and get ready to play more cricket.
Yep. And Wilson, your message to your fellow cricketers?
Just keep enjoying it. Wait for your chance, and when it does eventually allow you to go back out and play cricket, take it with both hands, because you.
The Chowdhury message.
Your final, stay active at home and do your best what you can do, and let's wait for the bats.
Gentlemen, again, thank you for being with us here on the MAQ TV. We are sure to check back with you throughout this period, and even when things get back to normal, you know, we can always touch base with you to find out how things are going with your season and your club, and how things are going generally in the UK. Good evening, and thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vinod, for your time.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to thank the gentlemen for joining us today on the MAQ TV as they were giving their perspective of the coronavirus and the cricket all the way from the United Kingdom.